All right, let me get set up here. Gonna be working on a new pack idea I have, like pre-rendered out assets. I was initially thinking about implementing some stuff on the within the generators, which would be a good idea if there was a way to do a little bit better on the filtering and maybe folder structure and stuff like that. But I think that pre-rendered stuff, at least for the idea that I have that I'm going to be working on, is the better way to go. So I was just looking up like the best way to get like the most compressed using alpha, and then like VP9, which is a codec, and there's like so many different settings between using that versus like H.265. I think H.265 has like 20 different compression things, and I think like VP9 only has 10. So I was trying to look at the pros and cons between the two, but I guess I have to kind of play around with them to see which play nicely with DaVinci Resolve, and I can also, which one plays nicely with DaVinci Resolve. I think that's like the biggest thing. I was going to do everything in like a WebM container, but then I quickly found out that DaVinci Resolve doesn't support that. So the way in which I would do this, I guess I can't do it that way. So I'm going to learn. I'm going to figure out how to do it properly this time around, and see which way to go with this. Just kind of setting up everything here, making sure my chat is here so that if anyone has any questions along the way, you can ask away. And I'm just gonna kind of show like the whole process of me building out some stuff like this. I have a couple ideas on some stuff that I actually want to do, and I might have to get some idea boards up and jump onto like Pinterest or something like that to get some more ideas. But so I guess we'll just get started right away. So all right, so I guess for starting up our project, I came to the conclusion that what I'm going to do is actually do everything at 60 frames per second, because I feel like some people that might use these are going to be doing everything in 60, and then they'll still have smooth animations, and anyone that's going down, DaVinci Resolve will just interpolate it. So doing that, and then for resolution, I wasn't exactly sure which resolution to pick. I'm still not sure. What should I go with? I think I might do like 2K. So what is that, like 2650, I think, right? Or 2560 by 1440, right? Alrighty, so I have no idea how long these should be also, so we'll just do 10 for now. And hold on one second, let me start up Affinity Photo so then we can start to draw this stuff out. Okay, so I have my pen here, and the idea what? Oops. Okay. That might actually be the go-to here. Damn, I thought I did these on two different separate ones. Alright, so now I just need to export these as separates, and then I'll show you here in a second. So let me do that real quick. Transparent file save as. I don't even have folders set up yet. I should probably do that. Hold on a second. Into site products. Products. Mark 1. Alright, so that's going to be A1. The newest version of Affinity Photo is like really weird on the export. Gonna export all of these really quickly now that I have everything properly set up. Okay, so now that I have everything set up, damn it. I need to make more bookmarks in Windows so I can get around these folders faster. Alright, so now I have it imported, I can bring it in. We'll set this to loop. Now if I take a look at it, we can see it's going super freaking crazy. So we want that to go slower. And I forgot that this was 60 frames per second, so time speed. How would this look if we did it this way? It did like flow. That actually might be the way to go on that. All right, so we're affinity photo? I don't actually know. How do I find out what version it is? Yeah, 1.9. The newest one. At least the newest one it told me to download. Yeah. Okay, so now we have a circle. Dancing, this is typically called boil. And so that's kind of the idea with the animations for all of this, is we're first going to have it animate on, and then it's going to do this kind of a thing, right? All right, so now that it's coming out of there, I do want to animate it on in some way. Oops. Are we getting errors? Okay, this actually might not stay in there the whole time. The difference between DaVinci Resolve 16 and 17. DaVinci Resolve 17 is still in beta, but there's I think over 200 new tools throughout all the pages of the new version. There's over 200 new tools. If you go to DaVinci Resolve or Blackmagic's website and look on DaVinci Resolve, a lot of like the big things on this the DaVinci Resolve page kind of go over all the new stuff. They actually have a video of all the new stuff that's going on as well, or all the new stuff that was added. You're welcome. Okay, so I kind of want to come up with a way to get this to show, but the only issue is the whole, I might have to track these to everything moving, and I have to figure out over how many that I want it to. So maybe 30. So over 30. We then come into stroke control and we can do a right on. So obviously 30, we would have it all the way on, and frame 0, we would have it all the way off. All right, so now if we have this here, over those 30 frames, it's going to right on. Now we have to obviously animate it a little bit because of the boil that we have going on here. So for now, I'm just going to disconnect it so then I can see everything. And we will start to Why aren't we updating here? Okay. Back into here. We're gonna keep this like that. Most of this looks fine. Oops. This is looking fine. Okay, we went too far. So let's bring this back in. Okay, so we have one that's back like right there. So we need to scoot this up a bit so we're not actually seeing that. Come on. What is going on? Why did this connect? No. Why isn't this updating? Alright, now I got like weird keyframes in here. Alright, so if I was to then I turn this off. Okay, we don't see anything. You're welcome. All right, everything looks fine. I'm also going to, just to make this easier, add this and go full on everything. Go to add mode. So once I have the whole animation on, it won't matter because it'll be the full thing, and this whole thing won't be that big of an issue. All right, so where was I? Turn this all the way down, and then what was it, frame 30? So 30, 31, it's full. All right, so then the only other thing that I have to look at is that little thing back here somewhere, right there. So here we will go like this. I feel like it's only for this one little bit, right? So we can just go like that and turn this to subtract. All right. So there we go. All right, and that's pretty much it. Now I just need to saver node out of here. There's tons of different areas of motion graphics, so it'd be kind of difficult to make one video covering everything. It might say down here why it's red. It can't find something. What that thing is, I'm not entirely sure. I mean, it spitting out an image, so has something to do with this, I guess. All right, so coming out of here, now I need to, hold on one second. need to set up the saver node. Site products, to mark number 1. All right. All right, so this is going to be circle A. All right, and let's make this into another folder. We'll put it in here. So there we are. And hopefully this will work. All right, so I do have to fix that. Try to figure out what this is. All right, so I thought nearest would work because it should get a whole thing. But I don't like that it's like in between here. Like, what is that? I don't like that. So maybe instead of time speed, time stretcher. I mean, they work a little bit differently, but what I want to have done is and then this should be nearest. Yeah, 5 wouldn't really work, right? Because it's 5 frames, so it's always pulling the same frame, right? Okay, that will work. Let's try this again. Maybe this isn't the best idea because it's so many images, or it's like so many frames. All right, hold on a second. Let's try something else. What can I do that would get an alpha out of? So I know that they changed some stuff. Okay, here's some alpha stuff. Was my timeline? Why is it saying 1080? Export alpha. All right, hold on. Let me pick a location quick. Alright, see how much quicker this goes. Alright. This is going a lot quicker. What this song? Oh gosh, I have no idea. I don't know if you meant that song or the one before this one. But let's see here. So I think I started with this. And which song are we on now? Backyard Stories. So it might have been this. Yeah, there you go. If you don't have Epidemic Sound, there should be a link in the description of this stream. You can get a free month. And then you can use this stuff in like all of your videos. But yeah, there you go. Alright, so now we have our video rendered out. I'm going to bring it back into DaVinci Resolve, and then we can take a look and see what it looks like when it's just playing. And, yeah. Alright, so here it is. Alright, so everything looks good, right? Alright, so now this is the part that we need to, that we're gonna fix, right? That we're gonna work on here. How can I close a lot of this stuff? Okay, so this file is 8 gigs big. Now, if I'm offering anything on my website, this, however long this is, what is this, 10 seconds long clip, can't be 8 gigs big. So now we have to make it smaller, right? With an alpha. I believe that this has an alpha. Let's put this up and throw a generator behind it, because I believe it does. If it was done correctly, right? Okay, yeah, so there's an alpha there. So perfect. We just need to export this in something that DaVinci Resolve likes, and it still maintains an alpha. So that's what we're gonna do now. My tool of choice that I like using is FFmpeg. I did a video in the past about how to use it when you're making like stream stuff. And for a lot of people, they're like, what? Like it's kind of confusing. There's a lot of different settings that you can do within it. It is all command line. So, but it works with every platform. It works with Windows, Mac, and Linux. And it's open source, so anyone can use it. So what we're going to do is we're first going to set up everything for this. And I forget exactly where my current installation of it is. Well, you don't really need to install it, but yeah. All right, so where did I put it? I think it's in here. Okay, yeah. So change directory to, what is that, W? All right, W, and then change directory FFmpeg. All right, and then in here, we need to go into bin. Hold on a second, we'll dive into this. What is going on here? Why isn't this working? All right, finally in there. Now, let's move that file into there, that 8 gig file that we were just looking at. So I'll copy it from here. We'll paste it in here. All right, I'll show you guys all this stuff. So powerful. I grew up with garbage UI, so I wish. See, so WebM container isn't supported by DaVinci Resolve, so I can't do that. So I'm going to try something else. So I was like looking around in here, and I don't really, I think I'm gonna do what do I think about their features? Well, I think the biggest color, obviously not touchable, right? Color for DaVinci Resolve isn't touchable by anyone outside of probably like one other program. Fusion is good. The version that's in DaVinci Resolve is like the non-studio version of Fusion, so it does lack a couple of features which is in the studio version of Fusion. I'm not really big into audio, so I can't really talk about Fairlight, but it seems like it's pretty complete. I don't know what I'd be missing because I don't do a lot of audio stuff. The cut page is a completely different style of editing. I'm not really into it, so I kind of can't talk on that. The media page, there's a lot of stuff in the media page that large production houses spend thousands of dollars on licenses to do what is on the media page. When you're taking large drives and you're putting it onto a RAID array, or you're just taking stuff from the camera cards and you're going onto something else. A lot of the tools that are in the media page, most other solutions are very expensive to do. When you're making sure that you don't have what is referred to as like bit flip, where you're taking one file from one location to another location and maybe one of the bits is flipped, so then you have a partially corrupt file. And so to deal with that, what a lot of programs do is they'll first do the taking from the camera card to the drive or to whatever the target location is, and then it'll first look at the file on the card, and it does what is referred to as a checksum, which is kind of taking all of the characters that are in there, so all the ones and zeros, and use an algorithm to determine a big number. And then it does the same thing once it's on the target to see if they don't match up, then there's an issue with the one that's on the target. So then it throw a warning, or it'll redo it and try it again. Stuff like that. When you're working on footage that the setup for like a scene might be tens of thousands of dollars because of all the staff that's going on. So like a 30-second clip could be very expensive to redo. And if the missing chain in the link is just getting it off the card and putting it onto a storage device, and that's what made the file bad, then a lot of bigger productions will spend money to make sure that that's not an issue. Have I ever used the collaborative stuff? I haven't used the collaborative stuff in the sense of actually collaborating with someone, but I do use I have used a bunch of like the features that are kind of associated with how collaboration works. So like all of my projects aren't stored on my computer; they're stored on a server, like the project files, the database, and like that is something that the collaborative thing uses. The only thing that I've used, and I actually used it before it was implemented into the UI of DaVinci Resolve, is Frame.io. And Frame.io is like a way that you can get a bunch of people to look at a project that you're working on, and then they can give notes with timestamps. They can draw on the screen. So it's like if you watched a YouTube video and you could pause it, write a comment with that timestamp, but then you could also draw. So like I always go back to the scene that happened in what the heck is the scene with the cup? I can't think of the freaking the show. But like you would be able to, like someone would be able to, circle things like, oh, this has to be removed, oh, that has to be removed. And Frame.io is really good with that. And then it's also like a solution to store, like if you have like editors in different locations, you could have like that one location that they can put all their stuff in, kind of like a Dropbox, I guess you could say. But it integrates with like all of the big editors now. Before it didn't. Before it was just like a website, but now it integrates so that you can pull down an edit, or you can pull down the timeline that they did on like the website. So if someone has a whole bunch of remarks for review, you can pull that down, and then in DaVinci Resolve there'll be markers, and it'll also say the whatever someone wrote in like the comments, it'll be in the marker notes. So like when you have like marker notes, so like these, well actually on the timeline and not a clip, like in here in the notes, whatever was typed on that website, it would then show up in your editor here. So, yeah. Game of Thrones, thank you, yeah. Okay, so what was I doing here? We were working on... We were doing something here. Hold on a second. We're getting... Okay, so we're going to use FFmpeg to take this video, and we need to make sure that we have alpha. So, all right, what are we listening to? Like a love song here? This isn't really my cup of tea. Okay, so we can do multiple passes. I was watching a thing that Google and Netflix was talking about different compression because they're working on VB10, and they were talking about, is one pass really worth it? Is it, you know, making more issues? And then they were also talking about the decoding of that, like, is it really like CPU intensive and stuff? All right, so now we have to kind of figure out a mix of things. Lossless would be cool, but I don't know how realistic that would be. Man, I wish there was like a better set of things to pick from. All right, min and max. I don't really know what my min and max would be. Okay, consistent quality. A quality score might be something that I want. Recommended values 15 to 30. 31 would be recommended for 1080. Okay. All right, so we're going to put this into here, and I think I can do like MP4 as the like out, and I don't even know what this file type is. MOV. Hopefully it can read this, right? Alright. Sure, we'll leave it like that. I think this is like... No, wait, what's a 2000? Did I copy the wrong one? Oh, I copied this down here. Does MP4 support alpha? Well, it wouldn't be MP4. MP4 is just a container, but that's a good All right, so let's go to their wiki and look up encoding. Oh, is VP9 only WebM? Huh. All right, hold on a second. Let's look up. Well, we can try a bunch of different things here and see like which is going to be the best. But now that you made the comment about alpha, I don't know what would be the thing I would need to make sure that I have for alpha. Does anyone know much on the... Actually, you know what? I can go to my website. Hold on a second. Because I have something on my website about using alpha, but I don't remember. Oh, wait, that was WebM now. But hold on a second. Let's Is there a way to use video yourself to mask out itself in Resolve? Is there a way to use the video itself to mask out itself? It's black and while after white after, yes. You can just go into like on any node you would be able to pipe it into the mask input, and then on the image, yeah, let me show you. So you could take any video, and when you pipe it in, so I'll just use this for now, right? Over, no, wait. Hold on a second. So if I was to, that work? Oh gosh, what did that just do? Alrighty then. I didn't want that to happen. I brought in a whole folder. You'd be able to pick on this what exactly you wanted to have masked out. Then if we went like this, and so we can just see it, what's masked out, you can see like, oh, all of that's masked out, and you can obviously move this around to the different areas that you would want to have masked out, and obviously invert it, and maybe only all the highlights of the video are masked out. I think that's what you were referring to as, right? Blend modes would kind of work too, yeah. You're welcome. All right, so let's give this a try. Supported in MP4. Does that mean it has to be an input of MP4? No, okay, no, I was right. Okay, let's see what happens here. So we're taking that 8 gig file and seeing what we can turn it down to. Oh, I don't need sound. I have to see what command would stop sound, because I don't need sound. You can go to the website, and on the website there's a contact page. You can submit it there. And yeah, then I can take a look at it. All right, we need some new music. AN. Okay. Actually, this is like kind of working, so we'll keep that. Oops. Thank you. What does that mean? Audio no, I guess. We'll see. Oh man, did I close that? Hold on a second. Alright, so in here, let's see how this turned out. Okay, so we went from refresh, an 8K file, or 8 gig file, to a 2 megabyte file. All right, so now let's see if I can even import this and if it works. It sure does go in. Does it have an alpha? It does not. Okay. So it doesn't have an alpha. Yes, I know I can come into here, and because this is white, I can come into here and go into screen, and then it would work. But I'm trying to eliminate that step if I can. But maybe I just don't because of the size. I was kind of hoping I could. What are my other options? WebM doesn't go into, I mean, I can do it quick, but it doesn't go into, Resolve doesn't allow it. And I want them to be, you know, something that I can have in Resolve. So. The issue is I'm trying to make stuff really, really small. And WebM would be my go-to. Yeah, I think VP9 is probably like my go-to. I think. Actually, let me look that up quick. I guess I could also give 265 as well. I don't think within Resolve I can export I think I can export an alpha with 265. There's like nothing here. Alright. Now. Yeah, this isn't something that's supported. What the heck? Why are all these here? Yeah, it's not supported. That's a bummer. 265 doesn't support it. This website's talking about how to do it. I mean, you're probably right, but yeah, it's going to be way too many files. Like, let's say I want to do 50 or 100 of these, right? Now just think of each one being at 60 frames per second. you know, we're already at 600 frames for this particular one animation. That's going to end up being a lot of files. So that also isn't going to be a Alrighty, so not possible yet. How long ago is this posted? MOV format. See, most of the stuff in DaVinci Resolve is set up to be the best quality that exists, and not a lot of it has, not a lot of them really work on, you know, high levels of compression for the web, or I mean that's what a lot of these codecs are used for. I'm open for recommendations if anyone has any. Trying to figure out which the best solution would be for this. I'm just kind of pulling random things off the web, and then if they work, then figure out what all the commands are that they're what they're specifically doing, and then, you know, getting it to work for my needs. Okay, so now generator. Nope. Ugh. Maybe it's not that big of a possibility yet. Okay, so it seems like I'll probably just need to. Well, here's an interesting thing too. So let's say I do this, right? We go into here. And let's put, a color behind it. Yeah, see, this is the whole reason why I didn't want to do that kind of thing. All right, So let's see if I can find something else out on it. I don't know. Hello. I guess this is the, where am I from? I'm from the US. You're welcome. Have a good one. Hello. So let's try this again. Make this number 5. I don't think this will work, but we'll give it a try. Night streaming? No, it's 9 in the morning here. Currently, I'm just trying to figure out the best go-to file like codec and setup for using these files that I'm going to start to create once I figure this out, which is the best solution. Because there's some stuff that isn't supported in Resolve. There's some stuff that is. Okay, that worked. but obviously this alpha looks real weird. Why does it look like that? Yeah, and this went and made the file freaking crazy big. So this is all the stuff that I've done. Hold on a second. All the stuff that I've done to this point. This was the original file. It was 8 gigs. And then there's all these other versions that I'd rather use that are significantly smaller, but they don't really work in Resolve. So this one works in Resolve, this new codec type, but it's giving this weird like halo effect. Now there might be settings that I can do to change that, but yeah, I don't really like how that looks. Yeah, I kind of just wish that I don't really want to calculate an alpha. I'm already giving it an alpha. Like the thing that I'm reading right now is just talking about calculating out an alpha by multiplying, but I don't need to do that. Excuse me. Are you guys working on anything interesting today? I'm hoping to figure this out here shortly so that I can actually start building stuff in Resolve. See, when I start watching stuff, I start like looking into stuff, and then there's like these crazy calculations. Like, I'm not trying to figure out how to go to the moon. Maybe if I actually followed through and understood all of that, I'd probably be able to figure this out, but alright. So it's still like the same. This is saying that it can't do it. This, right? If I'm not mistaken. Hello. The video clip itself doesn't have any alpha, or excuse me, it doesn't have any color as the background. Did I really just do all of that to now have that added back in? All right, let's see what this file size is. All right, this is still way too big. It's 800. Like this file, I just want to see if there's any issues with this file. Hello? What? It doesn't even have any detail. Ah, cause it's pre-multiplied. See, that's the other thing that I don't want. There's no way I can change it. What would be the solution for this? I guess I have to kind of look up the other potential solutions where I can maintain an alpha that isn't pre-multiplied, that's just a straight. I feel like uncompressed is the only way that you can have it. Let's try something else. Do. Thanks for the offer. I have a lot as well, and then I also just have a stock subscription, but I do appreciate it. Before I got into doing YouTube, I used to film stock footage full time, so I have a ton of footage. Let's see here. Wait, now this looks way better than whatever happened previous year. Okay. What was the size of this file though? Oh my gosh, it's almost a gig big. See, that's my issue. I can't have files that big. Okay, that made things a lot better on size, but they're still too big. Just make sure I'm going in the right direction here and things aren't looking horrendous. Alright. Still okay, but we're at 300 megabytes still, which is too much for this, what we're doing. Alright, so standard quality is probably the lowest that we can go within here. Once we drop down to low bit rate, we can't export alpha anymore. Alright, so can motion pegs? They can't have an alpha, can they? No. If you guys do a lot of stock, this is what you always export as, but the files get crazy big. But yeah. Alright, so okay, maximum frames. Oh gosh, this is above what I know. Oh no. Cancel that render. What are we creating? We are going to be creating a whole bunch of like compositing, like edit page compositing stuff to add like different things like this on the edit page to like highlight things or whatever. But right now what I'm in the process of doing is figuring out the best delivery format to use for something like this that still maintains maintains the alpha, because currently yeah, see, like this, that looks horrible. I'm not entirely sure what is creating that. Coming out of here, this is a straight alpha, right? So everything looks great. So I'm just trying to figure out the best thing to do. I do have like a go-to solution that took an 8 gig file. Where is it? It took an 8 gig file down to 8 megabytes, right? Took it down to 8 megabytes, but that's not supported within DaVinci Resolve, WebM. Yeah, so I'm trying to find another solution that also has, but as you can see, what I did there is great, and these are all of my other attempts. The file size is coming down, but this is still way too big. If I make 100 or 200 of these, then it's gonna, you know, you're gonna be downloading terabytes of files when it shouldn't be. When for the same thing, the same level of quality, you can get, you know, an 8 megabyte file. And these are like, this is the kind of stuff that like VB9, that's the stuff that Google and like Netflix are using to have such small files go over the web and still look good. But unfortunately, DaVinci Resolve doesn't support importing them. So, and that's going to be the biggest group of people that watch my content are people that obviously use DaVinci. So I need to find an alternate solution that would work for everyone. All right, where is my music that we were listening to? Kind of disappeared. If I crop the video, cropping the video shouldn't have any, isn't going to be any big, like, any big improvement. Yeah, I can make the effect the size of the frame, but that's not going to cut off the amount of space that I want. You know, we're talking about large differences. 8 megabyte files, and the smallest thing that I can make out of Resolve is 120 megs. So I just need to play through all of the new settings that Resolve has and see if any of these yield the results that I want. And if not, then I have to look more into using FFmpeg, but maybe a different set of controls that I don't know. I don't know what that's supposed to mean. Fusion solid color, white color alpha 0. What does that mean? Alright, that works, but it's also a half a gig. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure what the I'm not sure what's causing the artifacting. I mean, there's very little when it comes to color data in this. It's just either alpha or it's white. And there's different levels of white, I guess, would be the other colors, but alright, this isn't going anywhere using go for a thing. I don't think anything in here would be really worthy. Actually, hold on one second. Let me go check one other thing. I have one other idea. If I go into one big color, then you wouldn't have any there wouldn't be any like gradient of 1. It'd be just a 1 or a 0, right? I just started my fusion, but it's like frozen. I don't know what happened. Is this gonna start? Not responding. Do I have to reinstall it? Alright, so I don't know what's going on with that. Maybe it's because Fusion's using all of my memory as it is. I have no idea. All right. So I'm just trying to look and see like what other ways I can make files that might be suitable for something like this. I really don't know what the best solution would be. I'm curious. Would this file come into here if I brought it in? The WebM file? No. So I think maybe I'll just figure this out at a later date, and maybe I'll just start to create stuff right now, right? And I can always come back and figure out the whole rendering thing later. But for now, I could just start creating stuff. Render button on your playback layout? I don't know what that means. Alright, so actually, you know what? I need to go to the bathroom quick, so I'm gonna go and do that. Inside your Fusion window? I'm not entirely sure what you're referring to as. I'm guessing maybe you mean the saver node. It's a saver node. But that was Fusion Studio. It wasn't DaVinci Resolve Fusion. But yeah, I'll be right back. All right. So let's go and build a couple more of these, I guess, right? It's not alpha, or it's not black, it's alpha. I think that's the part you don't understand. There is no color. It's absent of color. Color counts as 0. Alright, so next, let's take all of these, put them into a folder. We'll just call that A. Make another one. We'll call this group B, and open this up. Yeah, let's turn this on for now. I think that that last one came up kind of crap. Whatever, it's character, right? Alright. Oh, that's it. Never mind. Oh, my eraser's really small. Hello? What's going on? Yeah, there we are. All right. I wish there was an easy way. Maybe there is an easy way to export each layer as individual. I don't know if there actually is, but I'm gonna export this quick. Export. This one is B1. B2. B3. B4. I don't think I need more than 5. I did make 6 though. B5. I'll just do the 6th one, even though I don't really need it. Export. Okay, so now that we've done that, all right. Why'd this make 2? Whoop. Alright. Super crazy fast. Obviously don't need it to go that fast. I'm going to come back over here and grab a node. We're going to grab that. In the last stream, I went over the whole actual project file and how it was made. Alright, so now that we've done that, I think I want to change this to something else. Let's do 7. Uh-oh, what happened? Uh-oh, something kind of broke. Uh-oh. Is this actually gonna play? We okay now? Alright. This is gonna be the same exact way that we did the previous one. Since it's a box, I'm gonna go like this. Alrighty, so actually we're not going to use this. We're actually going to use a mask paint node, and then in here All right. I don't know what you're talking about. You keep saying this changed background black from white. There is no background color. It doesn't exist. If I hover over here, all the numbers across the bottom for color, red is 0, green is 0, blue is 0, alpha is 0. There is nothing there. Maybe I'm just not understanding what you're saying, but... That's not what I wanted to do. Hello. How do we do this? Because we need to have these as separates. So let's just do one. Let's do 5 of these, right? Oh man, did I do that 2 on that? Oh, I did a lot on that one. All right. All right. So we do them in 2 different. So then when we're gonna have 2 of them playing. Anyways, I'll just show you. So then we go like that. I need to save all of these quick. I wish there was an easier way, like I could run a script or something, do each layer as a separate thing. All right, 1 second. Export. We are going to put this in a new one called C. Inside C, we're going to make a C1 and a C2 box. And in the first one, we will put a 1. 2, 3, 4, That's not what I wanted. 5. All right, so that's all the first one, and now the second one. Export 2, and we'll make a 1. I need to really change up my whole system so I don't have to keep going to this screen so you guys could actually just watch it. But anyways. Alright, so now in here I need to add those 2 lines. Alright, so that's the first one. Actually, you know what? We're not going to put it in like this. We're actually going to put it in a bin. That. I'll put this one in here. Okay, so once we have that, then we can bring this in, bring this in. Come back over here. I'm just gonna copy that just to make this easy. Paste, add these 2 together. It's not really how I'm gonna do it, but I just want to make sure that this actually works. Oops. In here, loop. Loop. Are they both on? Okay. Alright. So now that we have them, maybe put this at the end, and then we can I just feel like everything is just going so much slower in this version. Just ever so slightly slower. Like I type out the whole thing before the menu comes up. I don't know, it's kind of weird. And like highlighting everything, I don't know, everything just seems so much slower. Up. Hold on 1 second. All right, I'm back. What am I looking at here? Oh. Alright, so we're just gonna make this bigger. Okay, it might be a little too big. We're gonna have this go off screen so that when we have this go up to here, we don't see it, but it still goes all the way down. Maybe no. We're gonna have this go down like that as well. So now that stays in it, right? Yeah. Okay. Then let's do the other one. What did I have the line size on here? 3? Actually, you know what? Having it on a little bit would probably be a good thing. Okay, so coming back to 0. So let's have the one, yeah, that one go first. So this one goes first. We can start it back here, and then maybe just to 20, and then with this one as well, here to 40. Then have both of them come together. Wait, why at 40 don't I see this other one? I see. There we are. Into here. Alright, so it's kind of good. The only thing I'm not a huge fan of is how that edge looks there, so maybe bring the softening back a little bit. Okay. Yeah. Now I just need to, I have all of these things now. I just need to make a lot of different variations of them. Like the axe, I could use a different brush instead of having this brush that has like this particular texture, just having a different brush on. And then I could do different things like, I could find things like a lightning bolt. So I could grab like a little picture of one. And this is typically how I would do it. So I would just grab a, hold on a second. Well, actually, why don't I just actually do this instead of doing it this way? So I would just go like this, right? Have all of these closed. I'll turn this back on just so I can see a little bit. Open up another one, and then I can just put in here. And make this into a folder. And I would pretty much just hit like print screen. And then in here, just paste. And then just use this lightning bolt right here. So I have something to work off of. Wait, does that not work? Can you not do that? Well, whatever. Alright, so grab my pen. Grab this. Let's close that. Am I not writing? I am, but it's on the layer below. There we are. What does that look like? Okay, it looks kind of horrible, but all it really needs is like a rotation. So actually, let's bring this back. Maybe that. Close that one. Make another one. And let me see how big my freaking thing is right now. Alright, I'm not really liking that. For people that ask, like, oh, when do you actually use your pen? This is kind of things where you can then use pressure. Alright, I think I'm going to go with that one there. Alright, where are we at here? So, on another layer, like that. What does that look like? Did I really draw on the background? What did I end up doing down here? Alright. So there we are. I don't know what this is all about. Get rid of that. One more, so there's 5 of them. And then we just kind of draw over it again. Just pretty much following it. Did I really skip the bottom corner there? I sure did. Ooh, did I get a different pen? This pen is looking kind of weird now. Maybe add a little more pressure. What is up with this pen? Is this the same one? I don't even know. I guess so. Alright. I'm doing it right now. When did you ask that? You asked that a couple minutes ago. Yeah, I'm doing that right now. So you just make a bunch of different versions of the same thing, right? And then you just play them, and you can add like some type of a delay. All right, so now I'm going to just save these, and then we'll take it into Resolve. But just give me 1 sec. Export. So then these are all just images in a sequence. There's 5 different PNGs, right? So I have the alpha. I then bring that in. And then if I have it on here, right now I'm playing at 60 frames per second. So this is going to play like really, really fast and look bad. It'll look like that. But I didn't want to go back over to the other page. In here, everything wasn't going so slow today. I'm using this time stretcher, which I can change for each time what time of the file ahead that I'm using, right? So now having that on, it's a little bit of like process to render this, but you can, you'll get it to go like that. Man, the one that I picked, I really didn't like. You can change, obviously, these parameters. Well, you obviously don't want to do 5 because 5 will keep getting the same frame, obviously. You just did that earlier. Come on. There we are. The only thing you have to remember is right now I'm playing at half. Like the playback is only 30 frames per second, so it's something I need to keep in mind because it's going to play back double that speed. So I'll probably end up going back to 8. Yeah, it's currently 33. So if I was to just go like this, then to deliver page, or excuse me, edit page, I can then, use it or render cache this. And obviously look how much faster it's playing back, right? So it's obviously a little too fast for the aesthetic that I'm looking for. So I'm gonna come back in and change these back to 8. All right, and now I want to do an animation on, but this is gonna end up looking really weird. It's not gonna draw on that well, I don't think. So main thing I'm worried about is this top corner here. How it will look. I feel like right like that would be okay, because it's only for the first couple of seconds, right? There has to be something else done here too. So we do that, but then, oh, you know what? I can just do this again. I was gonna animate that line, but there's no need if I can just go like that at frame 30, 0. I just want this to add, and 31, go to full. So there we are. Oops. Did you make the stroke? Yeah, I made it in using Affinity Photo. Not sure how much I like this lightning bolt, but I guess it gets the lightning bolt idea across, right? It's kind of a shoddy looking lightning bolt, but yep, no problem. This isn't like super like complicated on how to do these, but this is kind of how you get the custom hand-drawn look. So yeah. I painted everything. I made everything over here. And they're all separate layers, right? Yeah, everything I did myself. I just took a screenshot, I put it on there, and then you just draw all over it, right? So I just draw all over it a bunch of times, and then you have 5 different versions, and you make that 5 different versions loop, and it gives you what is referred to as boil, where things slightly move like that. There are a couple of ways to do it within DaVinci Resolve, but it doesn't yield the same exact like hand-drawn feel. So yeah, just doing that, and then you have the effect. So I did that one. I guess I didn't connect these up, but I did a couple others. But you know, throughout, I don't know how long I'm gonna stream today, but I also did like an X, where the X like writes on, and it does the same sort of thing. But yeah, I'm probably going to end up making a ton of these. But I just wanted to come on and show like a little bit on how to do it. Although the beginning of this stream was kind of me trying to figure out the best way to have this as like a final video file, but I couldn't really figure that out. I just don't like a lot of the solutions. My go-to solution, which I feel like is like the best solution, isn't supported in DaVinci Resolve. Other editing programs it's just not in Resolve. So it doesn't really meet my needs. So I'll have to figure out something for Resolve, since most of the people that watch my stuff are from Resolve. All right, so give me another idea. What else should I create? So I did a lightning bolt. Yeah, I don't know. I'm probably going to make like a bunch of circles using different texture brushes, a bunch of X's doing different texture brushes. Oh, you know what? I could do like an exclamation. Let's make an exclamation. And where'd my music go? All right, so we'll close this one. We'll add another one and make this into a folder. And we will add, come on, in here we'll add 5, 3, 4, 5. Then we'll come to the first one, and let's pick a brush for an exclamation. I don't really like these super soft brushes. That might work. All right. A face would be a little too complicated. I would probably want to go to like more of a primitive shape, like a bunch of circles, and then you could use like the X's as eyes, and then maybe I can, yeah. So let's do like, oh gosh. Something of that nature. That looks horrible. maybe I just do this. I actually don't think I want to do the circle like that, though. I don't think that would come up very well. So I'm actually going to erase that. Do something smaller. Oh, come on. Why isn't this working? Oh, I'm on the wrong freaking line. Dang it. Alright, we'll get rid of that one in here. Get rid of that one as well. I don't know why my pen isn't working very well. Alright. Oops. All right. I'll have to look online to see if there's any type of like script or way like I can highlight a bunch of them and get them to export as individual files, because that would make things a heck of a lot faster. Okay, so now that we did that, come over here. Oops. Loop. Alrighty. And then this is super simple. One little tip, so when I'm viewing this, because this is a mask, and the mask doesn't have anything in here, it's just all black. So I can't see anything. So if I was to view this, right, I can't see anything here. What you can do is you can always view something else and use your tools in that other view. So I can't see anything over here, but I can see it over here. So I could have this tool selected, use this tool, but use this area over here to dictate, you know, where I want the tool to be, right? But over here, I can actually see what that output of that tool is, if that makes sense. Hopefully it does. All right. So I don't think that this ever goes outside of that area, which is good. All right, and then come in here, come back. We're on frame 0. Cool. Coming back into here. Frame 30. We will change this to a 1. And now we have our animation of our line. And now we have an animated exclamation point that someone can use in a cool video, and it dances around. Once this is all cached, it would look amazing, but until it's cached, it'll look kind of rough. But yeah, that's kind of it in a gist. Yeah. There are a couple of different brushes in Fusion, and you can import a tool for it. But a lot of this stuff is kind of a lot easier just doing other programs and then just pull it in. But yeah. So I feel like I showed everything. I don't know if I really want to live stream like me making 50 of these, because I feel like it's kind of like, I don't know, not that interesting to learn, or like, I don't know, boring to watch. So I'm kind of thinking of ending the stream. Unless, does anyone have any questions? If you've ever seen like animated cartoons, the modern ones, this is how they color stuff. They make their own like little brushes like this. So instead of like an exclamation, it might be like a line, right? And then they'll use the vectors of like a shape to cut out this line, but how it dances, that would be like the color. I didn't really explain that very well. But if you ever look up like boil, and like animating, or not really animation, that's not really gonna, illustrated, in Illustrator, like when they, I don't know how to explain it. People that do like cartoon stuff, this is how they would use a brush, like an animated brush, I guess you could say, to color their scenes. But yeah. But if no one has any questions, I'm probably gonna head out here. I ran out of coffee, so I have to go get some more coffee. I'm probably gonna get something to eat and yeah, plug away at this throughout today. I had a couple of recommendations on ideas for videos. If any of you have any ideas for videos that you would like to see, and it's something that I can actually execute and put into like a good packaged tutorial, I would definitely take a look at it. So if you have one, you know, shout it out now, and I'll add it to my list of things to dive into looking into. Jeez, I haven't made like a Oh gosh. What happened? Did I just do black? No, wait, hello? Oh, it is there, but... Why does that look so bad? I don't like this brush. Maybe I'll use that one. You're gonna have a very hard time with that amount of memory. And a lot, I mean, I don't really that much memory is going to be a little bit of an issue. And then it really depends on what you're trying to create within Fusion as well, and what resolutions you're working with. i7's been out for, or the term i7's been out for 10 years now. So I'm not too sure which version of an i7 you have. Obviously, as they get, the newer ones get more efficient, but how many of these do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I got way too many. Now, how bad do these look? Okay. I feel like that. Oh god, they all look horrible. let's just try this again. Oh my gosh, my question marks look horrible, dude. How did I move the node stuff? So I showed this before. Layout presets, and there's the Fusion presets. That's how you get to it. So in the Fusion presets. Workspace, layout presets, Fusion presets. All right. Do I just not know how to make a question mark? I guess a good looking question mark I don't know how to make. Right? Learning how to write characters with me. Why did this one like not do anything? What happened to that? How did I start it and end it, but like in between there it kind of just stopped? You like watching me make bad question marks? I don't know what to think of you. because I don't know if I like watching myself make bad question marks. I'm just joking. Alright, so I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It happened again. Something going on with my pen. Do I need to put any tips in here? I forget how to do this. Aha. I got it out. Can you guys even see that? Probably not. Oh, you guys can't see any of this. So I got, oh gosh, it's all gonna be out of focus. Pen and the tip. Oh geez. Never mind. We'll just act like we can't. Whatever. I haven't up. Oh gosh, now I got tips falling out. Now we can't get the lid back on. Oh jeez. Oh jeez. All right. We're back. Oh, that one moves like butter. Okay, cool. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, which of these 6 actually look okay? Alright, that one looks horrible. Yeah. Alright. So, we need to make a couple more. Sure. Maybe that bottom thing was a little too big. Alright. So now, we go like that, and we go export. Alright, now they got all of them exported. We can now make another. There's a light. They're all just separate lights. I don't have a remote for that light, but like I have like my main light, that light, and then the one up there, it's on the ceiling. That's light in the background. I swear, like I don't know what's going on with this new version of the Resolve beta, but I feel like it's just so slow. Oh, geez. If I could compare Fusion 3D versus After Effects 3D, well, After Effects 3D Elements. If you're talking about the thing by, are you talking about the plugin or just After Effects by itself? I might be able to, I don't know if this new version is going to allow me, but I might be able to restart it by doing something else. Do I have a video here? Can I play this video? Okay, so I might have just restarted it. All right, so now if I come back into here, this should probably work again. Yep, I think. Oh no, what the heck? All right, I'm gonna reboot this quick. Because if you're talking about the thing by Video Copilot for 3D in After Effects, they have like ray tracing and all, but then that's also like a plugin, right? It's not the static After Effects stuff. Is this restarting? If I was doing any 3D work, I wouldn't be using either one of the pieces of software to do it, so unless it was just very light stuff. Because they're more compositing tools than they are 3D tools. There isn't a lot of... actually, there is almost zero, if not zero, ways to manipulate a 3D mesh without adding like some big thing over top of everything, you know, that would affect the whole thing. Where was I making that in here? Okay. I think that's all I'm gonna do for now. I really want to look more into if I can export something out of FFmpeg with this tool to get a good alpha channel in a small video file. If you weren't here at the beginning, I was playing around with this a bit, and hold on a second, let me actually find the folder. And we started out with a file that, coming out of DaVinci Resolve, an uncompressed file, one of these 10-second files, right? It was 8 gigs big. But then going through FFmpeg, I was able to get it down to 8 megabytes. After I found out that WebM doesn't work in Resolve, I then was trying to figure out different ways within FFmpeg that I would be able to get Resolve to play, you know, with it that still had the same quality. I wasn't really able to come up with anything that was a good mix of things. And these files then were different variations of something I could spit out of Resolve. But just look at the size of these files. If I had 100, of these files in a pack, the folder or the file that you would be downloading would be enormous, right? For no reason. If I can get the same quality out of this file here, right? That's 8 megabytes big, and this one, I don't remember why we didn't use this one, but that's even smaller. But I remember the WebM one working. So there's something there. I don't know the proper way of getting everything to work with everything, because I know there's other tools outside of Resolve that those WebM files would work in perfectly fine. But since a lot of my community uses Resolve, obviously that's how I built the whole community. I want to get things that would work with the platform. So yeah, so I'm gonna look up a little bit on that, probably create a bunch of these. I don't know the next time that I'll stream, but I'm gonna typically do around this time in the morning. Yeah, I don't really know where to go from here. Thanks everyone for watching. Enjoy your weekend. And yeah, I don't know when my next video will be out, but if you do have ideas for videos and you want to submit them to me, you can just go to my website on the contact page, just throw them there. And I'll take a look and see if it's something that I can package into a sub-hour tutorial. And if I can, then I will definitely put it together and make a tutorial on it. But with that being said, thanks for hanging out, everyone. Stay safe. Thank you. Have a good one.